All right, let's talk a little bit about some counter conditioning and desensitization to harnesses. So it's actually rather common for dogs to not be super great fans of wearing these. And that's typically because we don't, hi, I know, now you're all interested in it. We typically don't think to ask our dogs for consent and go at a pace that we're comfortable with. So we tend to typically just take these and see how she moved away from me. That's a perfect example. We tend to just put them on our dogs, and dogs don't necessarily have the choice to opt into it. So some things that we can do about this. So before we even put it on her, just have it up here or on the ground, and we're just gonna make some positive associations. Hi, Ari. By feeding her maybe one of her favorite treats, or even this is just salmon flavored dog food, in the presence of it. So we're creating that positive association and then seeing if she'll interact with it. And I am speeding this up a little bit, so we would want to do this over multiple sessions and keep those sessions short and to the point, like 2 to 5 minutes. And again, if your dog gets up and walks away or really doesn't want to participate, that's totally fine. Want to touch it? Good job. Also keep in mind that some dogs can have noise sensitivities to the clips. So it's also good to spend some time making a positive association with the clips when they're not even on the dog. Yeah, good job. Very good. All right, ma'am. And presenting it to her, see if she'll touch it. So now I'm just gonna see if she'll put her head through the opening. And I'm just gonna keep it steady. So instead of me going towards her, I'm just gonna encourage her to come towards me. Because ideally what we want it to look like is, yay, harness! And then your dog just comes over and actually puts their body into it. So harnessing our dogs does not have to be any sort of traumatic experience for anyone. So if you are having to chase your dog around with the harness and hold them in place while they are putting the harness on, it's not necessarily what we want. Some dogs, this can be very exciting for them. So it's good to do this desensitization counter conditioning work, because some dogs don't mind wearing their harnesses, but some dogs just get super excited and it is nearly impossible to put these on. So we want to create an environment of calm, encourage them to be calm when they're putting on their harness. You put it on? Oh, yeah. So that's something where if she would have backed away from me, then it would have come directly off. But what we're doing here is we're allowing her to opt into it and want to wear it instead of, hey, this is just something that I'm going to put on you. Good job. And you're just going to have to accept it. Very good. We're not even buckling anything. And are we always going to have to use this much food? Not necessarily. But in the beginning, I do recommend pairing it with something that your dog likes. Yeah, good job. Yeah. And also, it's a lot better if, I know it's easier to kind of go over your dog like that, but if you can, good job, very good. It's a lot better if you can actually go underneath your dog. When we go over our dogs like that, it can make dogs uncomfortable sometimes. But again, depends on your dog. Yeah, very good. We're just going to keep the session short and sweet. Where'd the buckle go? Good job. She's very good. Yeah, that's very good. Another thing that you can use while you're doing any sort of this work is a Licky Mat. So put some peanut butter and some applesauce on there, and then while they're doing the licky stuff, the only thing that's going to be difficult with this is they're going to be more so interacting with this than they are this. So if you do have a harness that goes over their head, like this one, it's going to be a little bit difficult to get that on them. But there are harnesses where they do actually have something that attaches around their neck, like a collar. So if you do have a dog that has a sensitivity to it going over their head, I do highly recommend that you get one that you can buckle around the neck. Some dogs are just more comfortable with that. So I see if she might want to put this on one more time. And put it, nope, so we're not ready for that. And that's okay. Good. Yeah, come here. Come here, puppy. Come here. Come here. You want to come closer? Come here. Well, hi, buddy. Good job. Okay, so we're just going to take that off for right now because she went a little too far away. But I hope that you guys kind of get the gist of such a little thief here. This is also something else we need to work on, is some impulse control. But I hope you guys get the gist and the idea and a little bit more understanding that the slower we go, the more comfortable we can make our dogs with things.